Poppin' YouTube, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy STR8REBEL coming back at you with another reaction video. Man, I missed y'all. I missed y'all a lot. Been busy, working life, but coming back with some more videos for y'all. And we about to jump into this one. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's Sunday. Hope everybody's week went by well. The weekend's almost over. Everybody getting ready for the new week of work. Just hope everybody's doing good. Been doing good myself, trying to stay busy and active. And let's get into it, man. We got another video to get into right now. We got when the killer is knowingly interviewed on the news. That's imagine that. Imagine you interviewing somebody getting interviewed on the street, and they the whole killer, and they trying to make it seem like they don't know what the hell is going on. Just imagine that. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, share, hit that post notification bell, and let's get into it, y'all.
On the morning of May 3rd, 2013, Kwang Choi, KC Joy, made a distressing call to 911 at approximately 10:42 a.m.
Which police dispatch your Rose?
I have a roommate, she's 36 years old, and she didn't come home last night.
Okay, did you want to make a missing person report? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah, I left the cell phone message. She didn't call me back. No more she got to school today. No more she going to show up today.
Do you know if she was at school?
No, her car is there. She went out last night. She didn't come home.
Maribel Ramos enlisted in the U.S. Army, dedicating
No, her car is there. She ran out last night. She didn't come home.
Maribel Ramos enlisted in the U.S. Army, dedicating 8 years of service, which included 2 deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan. She was honorably discharged in 2008. Upon her return to California, she focused on completing her education in criminal justice at Cal State University. She was known for her close-knit family ties and her unwavering determination. KC reported that Maribel had not returned home and that her car remained at her apartment complex. He last saw her around 9 p.m. the previous evening. KC expressed his concern and sought to file a missing persons report. Subsequently, KC contacted Lucy, informing her of Maribel's disappearance. Initially, Lucy was not overly concerned given Maribel's active lifestyle. However, her concern grew when Maribel failed to attend her scheduled baseball game that evening. Lucy, accompanied by some of Maribel's cousins, visited her apartment. They observed that Maribel's car was still present and the light in her room was on. Growing increasingly anxious, they contacted the police. Officers arrived at the scene.
I ain't gonna lie, that's weird off rip. That's weird off rip that you missing for multiple days and your car is still there. And especially if you're the type of person, like, people know of you to be the type of person to take your car. Like, I'm the type of person I like to take my car. I don't really want to have to ride with somebody unless I don't know where I'm actually going. And if they're the same type of person as me, like when they be like, okay, it's a certain time, they be ready to go, or like if certain stuff ain't just looking right, we gonna head out. It ain't no stick around type, just see what happens. Like, no, that person got to be on the same type of timing and thinking that I am, in order for me to just be like, all right, I'll get in the car with you and go. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna want to go at a certain time myself. I'm not gonna want to sit there and wait for nobody or be looking for nobody. Be like, man, we about to go. Like, come on, like that type of stuff. Like, I'm not the type of person to be doing that.
And gained entry into the apartment, recounted his earlier statements, emphasizing an argument about rent that had led him to leave the apartment to cool off. Surveillance footage from the complex revealed no movement of their cars. However, a camera captured Maribel depositing rent checks at the manager's office on May 2nd, around 8:18 p.m. Maribel appeared calm and composed in the footage. In an effort to find Maribel, Lucy turned to social media, posting her sister's photo and requesting information from the public. The police reviewed Maribel's phone records, revealing her last conversation was with Paul Lopez, a man she had been casually dating. Being the last person to have contacted Maribel, he was asked to come to the police department for questioning.
Hey Paul, what's your last name? Lopez. How long have you been dating her? It's been like Maybe a few months. Nothing's been like exclusive. It's just been, dating.
Did she tell you to come over or anything like that, or did you offer to go over there?
That night, no, I was working until midnight.
Where do you work?
At the gas company. I was working for the midnight shift.
But you didn't see her on Thursday at all.
I wasn't working.
It's just as important for us to talk to you and free your name from any suspicion. And the way we do that is talking to you. And of course, looking at the phone records, you are the last person who talked to her. And then she disappears. So that's kind of huge, really.
Paul seems too calm for a case that involves the disappearance of someone he had been dating. However, his strong alibi not only underlines that he is most likely innocent, but he also soon delivers essential information to the detectives that puts another person into the spotlight.
His roommate, did she talk any further about him?
She's always talked about him.
In a frustrated way?
She's always complained about him that he never has his rent on time. Pretty much, she was letting me know his whole life was just going. She was there in the living room. I heard him. I can hear him in the background. And
That's crazy because they look like a couple in that picture. And I don't know if that's her or not, but why did they look like so much like a couple? They're supposed to just be roommates. They look like a couple in that picture. Kind of weird. And yeah, I was about to say he's a little bit too damn calm, but I ain't gonna lie. When you got nothing to worry about, you can be that calm at the end of the day. That's the thing. It's the difference between being calm and then just trying to play calm, but you're not really calm, and then you being hella nervous, or you looking like you fidgety and stuff like that. Like his alibi is clear, and he's good, so he can play that part and play that role and still be good. Dead ass.
And she was pretty much telling me she wants him out, that she told him that he's got to be out tomorrow. I kind of get a little tough, saying all right, well, just make sure that he knows that if he's not out by tomorrow, that if his stuff isn't out, then I'm going to get it and throw it out.
I gotcha.
With him ruled out as a suspect, the focus shifted to KC, Maribel's roommate. Initially, KC and Maribel shared a close relationship, even going on an Alaskan cruise together. Believing that all of this was only a step to eventually marry Maribel, their relationship deteriorated after KC realized that Maribel did not reciprocate romantic feelings for him. Another source of tension between them was KC's inability to pay rent on time. Maribel had asked KC to move out, a request that strained their ambivalent and toxic relationship further. 2 weeks prior to her disappearance, Maribel had placed a 911 call. In what seemed like an escalation of tension, she expressed fear of KC, mentioning a non-existent gun for self-defense.
Hi, Orange Boys.
Okay, well, I just want to let you know that I have a roommate that should be leaving at the end of the month. We had a conversation today that kind of freaked me out. I'm not feeling comfortable around him anymore. I'm feeling threatened. At the end of the month, I want him to leave, and from now until then, I just feel like I have to lock my door, which I will.
Y'all tell me in this situation, if y'all was this female, if y'all was this lady, what would y'all do if y'all felt not comfortable? You literally just had to talk about you literally had to sit down and talk with your roommate about him moving out, and because you're not cool with him not having the rent on time, and he makes you feel uncomfortable. Are you gonna stay in that house? Are you gonna stay in that place until that person moves? Or are you gonna try to thug it out? Or are you gonna stay there, thug it out? Or are you gonna try to find somewhere safe to stay at? Maybe stay with somebody that you know of that can understand your situation at least. Because you're a female, he's a male. I'm pretty sure you got some female friends, you got some sisters or whatever, brother, that you can probably, even the guy you was talking to, you probably could have said something to him. You gotta, that's the thing, when people gotta think of nowadays. You gotta always be conscious and always cautious and always have a level mind of what's going on around you, stuff like that, and never just brush it off as something that's, it can't happen to me, because anything can happen to anybody at the end of the day. And certain things build up to certain levels and escalate to certain things. And that's what it seemed like happened with this. Him trying to ask her to move out, and they tried to supposedly come to the conclusion or agreement, but she don't really feel like it's, you know, it's genuine on his side.
Because he sounded like he would hurt me. Like, it was weird.
He sounded like he would hurt me?
Because I'm afraid I'm not comfortable with him anymore.
That's why you gotta go.
So that you guys know that if something happens, that I did it because I was trying to defend myself.
Wow.
Police officers visited Maribel's apartment on April 21st, following the 911 call. Thus, they were already familiar with KC. Although there were no clear links between him and Maribel's disappearance, he voluntarily went to the PD for an interview.
He looks like the type to get drunk and go crazy.
Everybody calls me KC. You know, my first name is Kwang. You ask somebody Kwang, nobody will know. Nobody will know who that is. All right. So, okay. Well, thank you for coming here. Yeah, we really appreciate it. As you know, right now there's some people, some family.
He don't seem like the type of person you would have to even look out for, because his demeanor. I feel like I've seen plenty of like. I don't know his nationality, but I feel like I've seen multiple people of his nationality, especially guys and stuff like that, that seem cool, just like him in demeanor and everything. But that's crazy though, because if this is really, if they're really saying what this is really, what there really is and what he did, bruh, he played it off very, very good by like his act, like just how he is, his demeanor. Not everybody can do that.
You're worried about Maribel, your roommate? I'm more sort of friendly, and I care about her better. I've been here about a year and a half with her. We had a great time together. We had a cruise together. I got to clubs.
We had a great
party. Big time.
Why is he saying?
KC appears to genuinely care about Maribel. He speaks fondly about her, explaining how they are good friends,
He's saying that
who regularly party
tense,
and
though.
even went on vacation together.
Kind of weird.
However, this is in stark contrast to their equally regular arguments that came to light.
Now, weren't the police out to your house recently because you guys had an argument? Yeah, it was the Friday night. Okay, I'm gonna kid you. So we had a great time together. When she drinks, either she's gonna be super friendly or super aggressive. And she started asking me, I don't like you, I'm not attracted to you. She starts screaming at you. I said, Maribel, we had a great time tonight. What's the problem? She starts saying, I have a gun, my bullet is faster than you. I said, whoa. Maribel, so she went out with the police officer came out to the police officer. I said, did she say she got a weapon? Gun? Yeah. Police officer said, just when you go to bed tonight, you lock the door, keep the phone next to you, something happens, you call us. When was the last time you guys had any sort of an argument? Actually, Thursday.
I'm sorry, but
This Thursday? Yesterday? Well, that's about the rent. Well, how bad did the argument get?
what kind of help is that? God tell me, well, you should go to bed right now and lock your door and leave. No, if somebody got a gun in the same crib where I stay at, and I don't feel safe with them, I'm not staying in that mug. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting there and gonna be like, you can have it, like you can have the place. Nah, we gonna fight over this. Nah, but I'm not gonna stay in there after I find out that you have a gun. If I walk in and see something going on, I know you got a gun, and I don't trust you like that. No, I'm out. I'm backing out. I'm not gonna even turn around. I'm just gonna slowly back out and go right back to wherever I came from. Go back to my car and find somewhere else to go. I'm not gonna go to my room and lock my door. Like, come on, doors don't stop bullets. Locks don't stop bullets either. Dead ass.
Nothing bad. And we're talking. She talked to Paul and put Paul on a speakerphone. He said, Paul is my man, he's my boyfriend. I've been dating him since January or so he wants to move out. So the last time you saw her was somewhere around 29. Paul is my man, he's my boyfriend. I've been dating him since January or so he wants to move out.
He wants you to
Last
move
we saw her
out.
was somewhere around between 9 and 10.
No, around 9 o'clock.
And that's when you went for a drive.
Yeah. When I came back in, she was not here. So that's either Paul picked it up, some guy picked it up, somebody picked it up because I saw her car wasn't there.
It is at this moment that Casey attempts to shift the blame on Paul Lopez,
Wow.
the man who was dating Maribel. When police officers first investigated the apartment, Maribel seemingly left in a hurry with her bed being unmade and personal belongings missing. What Casey doesn't know, though, is that Paul was previously already cleared as a suspect, leaving him as the main suspect in this investigation.
Yep.
How'd you get all these scratches on you?
Oh my
We go
God.
to Eisenhower Park all the time.
Uh-huh.
If you go there are bushes, those bushes those are sharp-lit bushes.
In a missing persons case, this instantly raised red flags. The scratches observed by detectives were fresh and unusually deep. Interestingly, KC perfectly explained that his scratches were all from taking fishing lines
There
out
ain't
of
no
bushes
way.
in Eisenhower Park.
There ain't no way, bro.
Unfazed by his defense, KC offered to show detectives what he exactly meant by going to the place where the scratches allegedly stemmed.
Oh, they're all up there right now. At least 2-3 ducks with a fishing line on there.
Right.
Grabbed it on.
That's one right there. What were you doing when you got the scratches?
I was in a flip-flop.
And you fell down onto your knees and into the plant.
Yeah, somewhere
And
there.
then you just got back up.
Unexpectedly, detectives
That's a
were in
damn
disbelief
lie.
as Casey's explanation held reasonable truth. There was no way of refuting what he was stating, and otherwise, there was also no evidence connecting him to the disappearance of Maribel. Even though he communicated vaguely during the interrogation, Casey was an open book. Fingerprints, DNA tests, searches through his rental car. Casey Joy volunteered everything, and shockingly, he turned out to be 100% clear. Several weeks after the disappearance of
crazy.
Maribel, detectives are searching through the apartment when they find a revealing piece of evidence. Maribel's blood-stained pajama top. Not only did it match with the pajama bottoms that she wore on the CCTV footage 2 days before going missing, this was supposed to be the bombshell evidence to finally link the perpetrator to Maribel's disappearance. However, when forensics results came back, the blood matched with Maribel only.
So,
This is Maribel Ramos' apartment where she was last seen 8 days ago. Her family says she left behind her much-loved dog, she left behind her vehicle, and there's been no recent activity on her cell phone or credit card.
The media coverage of Maribel's case intensified, with KC participating in interviews where he expressed his love for Maribel and his cooperation with the investigation.
She's my best friend. Actually, she's my only friend, only family member I have.
And voluntarily, they want a DNA sample. They took a picture of my body. They will search the house without a search warrant. I'll give them a permission to do it. Go ahead, go forward.
To the outside observer, KC comes across as an honest man who simply cares about wrapping the investigation up to find Maribel alive and well. It appears that he went out of his way to selflessly help the detectives out with their investigation, just like the good friend he portrays himself to be. In reality, however, things are darker than they seem. The thick accent that Casey Joy was talking in throughout the interrogation was completely fabricated. Friends were shocked when they were asked if this is how Casey always speaks. Combined with his vague responses, his accent is meant to make things more difficult for the detectives. On top of that, the relationship between Casey Joy and Maribel Ramos was much more complex. Their arguments and Maribel's 911 call that were addressed in the interrogation are not enough to get the full picture. While family and friends of Maribel knew that KC was interested in seeking an intimate relationship with her, nobody had realized how obsessed he truly was with her. One day, when Maribel jokingly said that a tattoo would look good on him, he came back home with a giant.
and that's crazy too, because like in situations like that, you gotta like, you really, especially a lot of females, like y'all gotta stay, like think about this, like y'all living with somebody and they express how they feel about you, and they really, really, like, you know, really don't want to see you with nobody else. You can't stay with that person. You can't live with that person. Because that person seeing you in it, like happy and stuff like that with somebody else, it's not gonna. It may be cool, you know, in the beginning, but it's not gonna sit well with them. Like it's not gonna sit well with them later on down the line because they don't want to see with nobody else besides them. You know, like they don't want you happy with nobody besides them, especially if you live with them each and every day and they feel like they share like this bond with you. You know, like that's one of those you need to get out of their quick situations once you know like okay this is what it is. I have to get this feeling him like you got to get out of there.
Tiger tattoo on his arm. He started dressing differently, and when it was suggested that he should date someone his age, he got plastic surgery, paying more than $10,000 to somehow appeal to Maribel.
Wow.
It is May 16th. A surveillance team has been watching over every step that Casey makes as he enters a library. He borrows one of the public laptops, not knowing that unlike the last days, this time the librarian is working directly with the detectives, recording all of his internet traffic.
It looks like he's typing in the missing persons there. He's reading the comments, the article. Looks like he's writing it too.
His internet search history quickly turns dark when he goes from job applications to searches that allude to his possible involvement in the murder of Maribel Ramos.
Wow.
During his stay at the library, he also checked for the GPS location of a specific tree in a remote place on Peters Canyon Trail.
Oh, wow.
Officers rushed to the scene, and at the same time, detectives asked KC to again come to the PD for further questions, which he didn't refuse.
Well, thanks for coming down here voluntarily. I really appreciate it.
Oh, if you're going to get me right back to the library, then I'll have to walk. So that's what I said. All these news people and about reports are focusing on me. I'm the only one on the news. So do they know something I don't know? They're always focusing on me. Coming to my house this morning. Today has been exactly 2 weeks, 14 days ago. I don't know whether they got some more information from police department, something I don't know. But you got some questions to ask, that's why they brought me here. Where do you think we should search? I don't know. So are you implying Maribel is not going to come home?
Wouldn't you know that?
No, that's I'm asking you. Obviously, you know more than I do. There's some hoping she'll come back. Are you implying she's not coming home or something?
Casey, I think that you have the answers in your heart. That you do, and that you should share them.
Go. And unless you got talk to me.
Just sit down for a little bit.
Okay.
Listen, he's your advocate.
Yeah.
He's telling you.
First of all, if you want to go, you can go.
Okay, I'd like to go.
Once KC walked out of the door, he was taken into custody. At the same time, police officers who acted on the GPS location that KC was searching for previously discovered Maribel's body beneath some rocks near a large tree in the canyon. The advanced decomposition prevented a definitive determination of the cause of death, though it was suspected that she had been suffocated with a pillow.
We're just in front of the home where Maribel's family have been all night long, and her younger sister told me how the family is now dealing with this very difficult time.
We lean on God to give us the peace that only He can give us. I'm going to miss her a lot.
Lucy Gonzalez says she's been suffering since the day her older sister, Maribel, disappeared.
I can't even explain to you the pain and the anger, but, you know, God got me through it.
During the trial in January 2014, the prosecution argued that KC, feeling rejected and frustrated by Maribel's refusal to reciprocate his romantic feelings, killed her following an argument about rent and his impending move. It was theorized that Casey suffocated Maribel in her sleep and later disposed of her body in Peters Canyon. The prosecution contended that Casey's actions following the crime, including his searches and behavior, pointed directly to his guilt. Casey Joy was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Despite the conviction, Casey continues to maintain his innocence.
Man, you guilty as hell, man. You guilty. I'm trying to figure out why in the world would you go to a library, go and use a government issued computer and think that they not gonna still be looking at you and tracking your information and tracking what you looking up. You would have better been off just having your own cell phone or having a computer at home. That I've never heard nobody going to the library and doing their research on somebody that passed away, that they did something to. That's crazy. That right there is insane right there. He obviously wasn't thinking on that. But like I said, I knew he got frustrated. She tried to make advances at her. She turned him down. She would say this, say that. He would try to do it to appease her. It wasn't working, and he just got fed up. And that doesn't make it okay. That don't make it okay, period. But you see with this video, the type of people we deal with nowadays, the type of people that's out there, young and old. That guy wasn't even young like that. Like, he was older. So never put it past somebody. You never know what somebody's capable of doing to you, no matter how much you feel like they care for you, they love you, they're gonna be there for you. You never know. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments about this video. How could this video have went how could this video have went different for both of them? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, like, hit that post notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.